I'm back with a package and pickles video. I was going to say with another gameplay video. No, clearly not. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what to do for this video and said, you know what, I have a pack of stuff here that has kind of slipped through the gaps over the last few months. Kind of stuff that kind of came in between package and pickles video that I just never got around to showing. One bundle in particular I really did mean to show because I had a thank you kind of shout out to do, and I kind of feel very remiss for not doing it. So anyway, yeah, I guess we'll start with that. So a while back, I was having, it just would have been actually in the middle of the summer, having tremendous difficulty getting stuff posted over from the UK, both in terms of cost and just in terms of people that were willing to ship. I don't know what I haven't been on eBay as much recently, so it has kind of the problem hasn't been so severe, but I don't know why all of a sudden people are completely reluctant to ship to Ireland, and when they do, the cost is just crazy. Case in point, I was looking to get a step up, step down, one or the other transformer from my Saturn. I can't remember. It's probably written on it. It is a... Oh, it doesn't even say. Great. But anyway, I was looking for one of these. Your standard plug-in. In this case, it's going from, you know, American voltage down to UK, but UK and Ireland are the same voltage. Input 230 volts, output 110 volts. So step down, I guess. But I needed one of these for my American Saturn. And ideally in the long run you'd like to open it up and do a mod to replace the internal power supply with a UK one, but for the time being I just wanted one of these. Could not get anyone to ship, and even the typical you know Chinese sellers, whatever, no one would ship. And if they would be charging like ridiculous sums, and to pick this up locally was going to be over 40 quid, so I was like, good lord. Not when to buy it in the UK I think cost maybe a tenner, maybe less, I don't know, it was pretty cheap. So very kindly Pete Snestastic offered, or I probably asked, I can't quite remember, in fact I probably did ask and say, would you mind, I got it sent over to him, and you know then he kind of bundled up with a few other bits here and sent the parcel over to Ireland. So I basically, although I paid double shipping, was kind of a bundle shipping to say, you know, cut down on the cost. And it would have cost me way less than trying to get this through other sources. And I've been playing the Saturn, really enjoying it, so really appreciate getting that sent over. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. But to kind of start it all off, or what I think started it all off, was an Xbox game, Splinter Cell. You know, I'm thinking, what, you got this sent over from Pete? Well, I got this from an eBay seller, and I think I got this sent to Pete. I can't remember, but you Xbox guys are probably already knowing where this is going. I wanted Splinter Cell so I could soft mod my Xbox, and that was after talking to Pete. He told me how to do it. I think he did it on his, and he bought the software and whatnot to the Action Replay. I think it was to transfer the software off from a PC onto a memory card. So I got this on eBay, pretty cheap, but of course, you know, it cost me a few quid in postage. Sod's law, seen it in CEX for 50 cents then afterwards, just the way it goes. And then of course I needed a memory card, so I picked up one of these Hama memory cards. Works absolutely fine, but I definitely had this sent to Pete because he offered to load up the kind of, I guess, the soft modding software onto the card, and then so when it was sent over to me I just popped it in the Xbox, booted up Splinter Cell, and away you go. So basically these are my kind of soft modding toolkit, if you will, and if nothing else, they'll be very handy, because although I did mod my Xbox and it worked fine, great difficulty getting it to read not, you know, CDRs or anything like that. It'll read normal discs, no problem, but CDRs I just don't seem to have enough with them. So however, if I'll be able to mod other ones of this set too, so that was really handy, and really appreciated Pete sticking this offer on this, because that meant I didn't have to buy an Action Replay, so you know, saved a few quid and saved on shipping too. But that wasn't the end of the Xbox loving. I've got a whole bunch of these cables here, because at the time I decided, sure, if I'm going to do an Xbox, I'll try and get a better cable, because I only had the standard composite cable that came with it. So I said I'll pick up an RGB SCART cable. Look, lovely gold plating and everything, eBay jobby, and it's fairly shit. You know, it looks like an okay cable, although I guess the cable is worryingly thin. But the picture quality, to be honest, is worse than the standard cable. So I messaged the seller and I got a partial refund on this. I could have got a full refund, but I would have had to send it back, and to be honest, it would have cost me as much in postage. That was in the middle of basically, during the summer, I'd say about every second deal on eBay was just a nightmare. It was just driving me mental. It was either late, didn't turn up, was not in any ways described. So that's probably why I went on quite a hiatus. But yeah, this was one of them that just went crazy. So it didn't work at all. It was kind of crap. But then I had Pete said, you know what, get a component cable. So I picked up a component cable, and it works fine. You know, my TV's not the best on the component connector, but it's definitely better than the standard stuff. So yeah, there we have the Xbox kind of ready to rock and roll. If only I could get those CDRs to work. But however, you know, it's good to have the facility, even if the actual system itself isn't quite ready. I do say that it's a little tricky to kind of get everything set up for the Xbox off mon, because you know, if you want to do Xbox Media Center, there's different versions of things, and you could FTP things, or you could put them on discs. You know, there's a whole different, you know, load of angles to go. So you know, there's a lot of research if you wanted to get into it, other than maybe trying to find something and just burning it onto a disc. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's not an Xbox tutorial, this video. Let me see. Now, one other item did come over via Pete in that package, and that was a game for my TurboGrafx. A brand new sealed game, and it's Pac-Land. Now, because it's sealed, I have so far been unable to open it. I'm terrible. I actually got this to play, honestly I did. But because it was brand new, and I knew it was brand new, I got it from Ninja's Castle, I think. I was going to say Ninja Barrows Castle. You might live in a castle with all those games of his. But no, Ninja's Castle. And I'll enjoy Pac-Land in the game. It's Pac-Land in the game. Boy, it's one of those days. I enjoyed Pac-Land in the arcade. You can see screenshots. It's basically, you know, a simple side-scrolling game. You know, think of early Mario, that type of thing. And yeah, so when I seen it, you know, to get a home version, brand new, and to kind of flesh out the Turbo library, I thought, yeah, I'll pick this up. Yeah, playing it does turning into another issue. We'll see if I get this open to where I put this over here. Sorry, Ralph. So anyway, that was the stuff for sent over from Pete. As I said, kind of those things had kind of cut. No, wait, there was one more. I forgot. I've so many cables beside me. I didn't realise. But there was another cable, and that's this one here for the. It's a Blaze. It's a Blaze SNES RGB SCART. Well, I guess it's a Blaze GameCube RGB SCART cable, because of course the SNES, European SNES, doesn't really play ball that nicely. It works absolutely fine with an American SNES. Works fine with a GameCube. You could crack this open, I believe, and add in a few resistors, I think, to make it compatible with the PAL SNES, because it doesn't work at all with the PAL SNES. If you put it into a composite connection or just a standard, you know, basically a SCART connection, it'll work fine. So I'm just using it as a standard one at the moment, debating whether or not I'll crack it open, use it on my GameCube or whatever. But it's a good cable. It even came with a winder. I don't know where I put that for cable management, and came with a separate kind of speaker kind of cable, so you could put this into your stereo if you wanted, instead of having, you know, using your TV speakers. So it is a pretty damn good cable, and Pete recommended it. I know he uses it for his American SNES absolutely fine, and of course he likes to have the sound out. But when he pointed it out to me, I said, yeah, that sounds like the job, because I had bought another, RGB SCART SNES cable, supposedly for PAL. It was crap. Sent that back as well. So he said, yeah, this is a good cable. I don't know if it'll do PAL. It doesn't, but it is a good cable. Of course, they wouldn't ship to Ireland at all. Or if they would, they were looking for something like, I think it was 15 sterling just to ship this cable, just in shipping. And I kind of said to him, "Geez, that's fairly steep." And he said, "Yeah, that is ridiculous, given that like the ship in the UK was like a quid or something." So he added that into the box of goodies. So it was a pretty good box of goodies. So thanks again, Pete, for all that stuff. And we'll move on to the non-Snestastic portion of this video. Okay, a few other bits and bobs that have kind of slipped through the gap, as it were. First up, CEX, not too exciting. Wipeout Pure, I can't remember, maybe I've shown this already. I don't think so. This was, it was either €1 or €2. I think it was €2. I don't have too many PSP games, but yeah, complete for all that matters. But I do like the Wipeout games, and at €2, it's a super common game, but I pick it up anyway. So there we go, that's on the PSP, CX. Next up is something, and actually, while we're on the Xbox kind of team just a minute ago, we have a brand new sealed Xbox 360 Mass Effect game. Got this on Amazon. I was looking to basically get the free shipping, so I bundled this into something else. Because in Ireland, you spend 25 sterling and you get a free Super Saver shipping type of thing. So, kind of thought this sounded like an interesting game. I know that there's a trilogy. It's coming out on the Wii U, of course. To be honest though, I haven't opened it up because it's very story driven, and you need to spend a lot of time. Like from what I understand, it's like you potentially want to have 80 hours to play. I'm like, okay, I'm a tad busy at the moment. Don't kind of have 80 hours to spend on an RPG game, so it's kind of remained on the sidelines. Not too sure, if it'll be my thing. It's rave reviews and all that, so we'll see. I do want to give it a go if I ever get to go a chance though. We'll see. There we go, an Xbox 360 game. Modern gaming. Oh, crazy. And more Xbox, but not 360. Original Xbox. Two charity shop finds. First up, again, I may have shown these, but I don't think so. Grand Theft Auto, the Liberty City Stories, or what is it? No? Episodes from Liberty City. Missing a manual. Xbox Live card though. But it was €2, so for a current gen, or nearly last gen by this stage, wasn't going to pass it up, and it doesn't require Grand Theft Auto 4, so it would give me a way to try out the Grand Theft Auto 4 experience. I've never been a massive Grand Theft Auto fan. I said that in my last video, I think, the one where I got the GTA collection, but I'll dabble in it. And what made me think of those two games, or these two games that I got in the charity shop, is this one. Again, €2. It's Assassin's Creed, the first one. I haven't played any of these games, of course. Another big one. Manual missing, and Lego Rock Band's in, but that's because Assassin's Creed is actually in the Xbox. I've been playing it. Playing a game. Shocking, terrible. But yeah, Jesus, this is actually, I've been really enjoying this. I can see the complaint that it does get a bit samey, the same type of missions, whatnot, but the combat is absolutely class. I really enjoy it. I'm not a great assassin though, I have to say, or not at least a stealthy assassin. You get in, get out without anyone see you. My way is get in, kill your man, everyone sees me, so I kill everyone else too, and that way there's no one left who see me. They're all dead. But yeah, really enjoying it so far. Hopefully it'll hold up for the rest of the game, even if I can see it, being a little samey. Yeah, I was taken aback, and yeah, for €2, an absolute steal. Really enjoying that. So, what's next? I guess we'll finish off the charity shops. One more find, and this was €1, and it's Civilizations 3 by Sid Meier's Civilizations, and it was only, I said €1. It's got this massive like book of a manual type of thing. It's really thick and heavy, and I said I was going to put it back, and I said, you know what, the Civ games are actually quite enjoyable, and they really do work better on a PC, although I'm not the biggest PC gamer. But if I ever wanted to play this, I'm not paying for the postage of this thing, because it is kind of heavy, and the way postage are going for lightweight games at the moment, I'd be probably charged through the nose for that, and I just put the box back at the front. There we go. So anyway, €1. Sure. I'm hardly exactly losing out now, am I? And Civ is a good game. You can't really go wrong. Finally then, an eBay purchase. One that I ended up being a little stung on. And it's Mario Golf on the GameCube. Now it's a Mario game, it's a GameCube game, Nintendo, they hold their value. But this auction ended for about 150 or something like that. Now, it doesn't have, it's just manual, or missing the manual. It does have the kind of, you know, what do they call that? Consumer information brochure. But yeah, this is an authorized for rental version, interestingly. But yeah, this was actually from a seller in Ireland, and normally that doesn't happen too often. But because it was, I thought, okay, I might be able to save a bit on shipping. And they had several auctions. I didn't win any of their auctions, and they charged quite a bit for shipping anyway. I mean, this cost about €4, but I think the shipping should have only cost about 2, but it was nearly 3 in shipping or something. So anyway, whatever. It's a good game. It's Mario. You know, they hold their value. I wouldn't have got it from the UK any cheaper, so wasn't exactly a big loss out. So I think that's pretty much it. You know, a lot of stuff there from Snestastic. That was kind of the main thing that I'd meant to kind of mention in the previous package and pickups video, and just never got around to it. And the other kind of bits just sort of, fell in between the cracks, as I was saying. So there we go. Yeah, more there than I thought. Just shows you. When you're always kind of picking up little bits, you kind of don't realise that they do add up. But anyway, thanks as always for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll be back soon with, I don't know, something. Maybe not Project Games Room this week. I don't know if I'm going to do an update for that. Maybe it might be gameplay. But it doesn't matter. It'll be something. We'll see you soon.